Yo, welcome back. This your boy T-Dub with TDubTV. We are talking The Walking Dead, episode 2, season 7. What did you think? Either way, comment below and let me know. One of the things that I noticed throughout this episode, it was definitely free of anyone that was there to witness the end of Abraham and Glenn. I was a little shocked from seeing the trailer that showed Rick saying he is no longer in charge. So I guess I was kind of expecting to see at least that much. But anyway, this episode was focused more on Morgan and Carol and their introduction to the kingdom. The kingdom, similar to, in my eyes, the governor place. You have a bunch of people who's not really prepared to really battle the outside world and living like things are all great behind walls. But most important, one of the things we did get to see is the king, Ezekiel. But before we get there, we got to see Carol, actually wake up and Morgan beside her. And you see the guys that's protecting the kingdom, guys that's dressed up like they're going to go out and play laser tag. You can tell that Carol was thinking like, wow, what kind of merry-go-round place is this? And then that brings us to, I guess, the WTF part, or a part that a lot of people is really looking forward to, is you get to see the king. You get to see the tiger. Yes, it was ferocious. Looked like between 550 to 650 pounds. It was huge. For me, not reading the comics, I really wanted to get a feel for how King Ezekiel was actually going to be from the moment he started talking. And he was talking as if he was really a king, back in the day, king, when he has his trusted servant or whatever sitting beside him, and Morgan looking at Carol, Carol looking at him, and he asks Carol basically, what does he think of the kingdom, and what does she think of its king? What do you think she was really thinking? We both know that what she said was the right thing to say, with a slight slick tongue in there. What do you think she was thinking? Me, in my eyes, I think she was thinking like, you gotta be shitting me. She did hold her tongue, she said the right things, but what do you guys think about the king? I mean, the first introduction, not when you saw it all the way through, but what did you think about it? A guy something with a tiger, compared to the comics, if you read it, compared to what we saw on screen, was it exactly what you were looking for? Was it different, or was you totally shocked? Me, I really didn't know, so I just took it as face value that you got a guy straight out the psych ward that's running a kingdom and people are actually listening to him. But either way, he is running a place that seems to be protected and people are providing. They have food. Brings me to food. A huge WTF moment is when we saw them feeding the zombies to the pig. Yeah. I'm like, is this what you really feeding them? Feeding your people? It kind of blew my mind. And they exposed this to Morgan as well. And it made me think, wow, if they feed the pig this, what in the hell are they feeding that huge tiger that's 550, 600 pounds? But, it comes really clear. Probably the biggest WTF moment of this show is when you see the king is really a servant to the saviors, because they come there to collect. And then it made sense about feeding the pigs to zombies, because they giving it to the saviors. And we both know, at least I know, that something's going to happen to the guy that ducked the punch and got punched. In my mind, he's going to die. He just set himself up. Within the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes, he's going to meet his demise. I'm not sure how. If you think different, let me know. Well, the last thing I'm going to touch on in this episode that's been pretty consistent throughout this episode is Carol. Where is her head? Ever since she had that changing moment, she couldn't stay with Rick. She could not stay with the kingdom because she snuck out. We even got the king, Ezekiel, trying to stop Carol from sneaking out. I mean, in my eyes, probably the wow moment of the show is he reveals his background to Carol and to me. I mean, pretty much it's all an act. He was a zookeeper. We know the history. He saved a tiger. And people put the story out. People needed a leader. And no matter what he said, it really did make sense. Because a lot of people are sheep and they need someone or something to follow to lead them. What did you guys think about this? Let me know. But let's get back to Carol. It looks like she really just wants to be on her own. I'm not really sure what's going on with her. Either way, it makes me think this is probably one of the dumbest decisions a person can make in these type of times is to be alone on your own with either a knife or gun. It really doesn't matter because if people come there, it puts your backs against the wall with no one else to protect it, especially if she's staying in a house that's not really guarded, it's not really boarded, it's just there for people to check out for what they can scavenge for and find you. Either way, this is your boy TDubTV. I'm going to rate this one. I almost gave it 2.5 stars, but I'm going to bump it up to 3 stars overall. If you agree or disagree, let me know. Follow me on Twitter at TDubTV, and I am out.